a blue ring route.
Yeah, that's incredible. So Janthe will probably be doing the 2 first blue ring route as he's been doing before. CakeSauc3, I believe, does. He's switched back and forth. He's done 2 first and he's done 3 first. I'm not sure which route he's going to do. Our runners are off.
Yeah, we're going to see which way they're going to go, which way Janthe turns is going to be to the right, head over to level 2 first. What way CakeSauc3 is will determine how CakeSauc3 will attack this, and it is going to be 3 first.
Yeah, so we have an immediate route divergence from these 2 runners. The 3 first route is optimally faster, but definitely harder in the beginning of the run.
It's riskier, especially when you have to deal with things like Manhandla and also Gliok coming up in just a few moments. Plus, it's also heavier on the resource management.
Exactly. Yeah, so we'll see CakeSauc3 being very careful to get his bomb counts correct, to force bombs all the way through levels 3 and 4 here if he can.
Rough luck at the beginning, did not get the right frame count in order to get the bomb drop off the Dark Nuts. And the way that works is it's all frame dependent when those bombs drop, and you got the unlucky RNG.
Yep, Janthe into level 2. He doesn't really have to worry about bombs because he's going to get a bunch in level 2 here, hopefully, by the end. And you can do level 2 fairly swiftly without bombs, even.
The one thing that's going to come to play for Janthe as far as bombs are concerned will be when we get to level 5 a little bit later on. But first, we'll see how CakeSauc3 does. Wanting to be very, very patient with the bombs. Takes a bomb from the Dark Nut, though.
And he gets his life right back. 6 bombs leaving there is pretty good. That means if he does the regular route here to get to Manhandla, he'll have 4 bombs for Manhandla, which is usually plenty. If you can't get it done in 4, I'm not sure that 5 or 6 is actually going to help all that much.
Well, it's going to take 2 bombs to get over to Manhandla at this point, so he'll go in with 4 bombs.
Yep. So Janthe, while at 0 bombs right here, he's going to get a bomb drop on the ground here. Yep, there it is. And going into the Dodongo fight, let's see what kind of pattern he gives.
Yeah, bad luck in that first attempt of the bomb there against the Gorillas. Allowed him to have to do that room, which made it so he had to do the room a little bit longer than he wanted to. Solid effort out of level 2 for Janthe. 234 is still pretty solid. CakeSauc3 out of level 3. 0, 1, and 7. Good counts.
Yeah, those are okay counts. You definitely want as many bombs as possible, leaving level 3 there on CakeSauc3's side, and he got a perfect 1 bomb Manhandla. It's got to be feeling great about that. That's the scariest boss in the game on this route. I think it's the scariest boss in the game in any route. It's ruined more runs than I can imagine.
Well, it's the most RNG-dependent boss. There's one more boss that's scary on this route, and we're going to be coming up to it in just a moment with Gliok, because you're going to be facing it with 4 hearts. The thing with having 7 bombs for level 4 is that CakeSauc3 can worry about getting the 10 on the consecutive for the rupee drops.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be focusing more on bombs and just keeping those as max as possible, or if he's going to be forcing rupees to try to stick to the world record route. It looks like he is forcing bombs right there, though, so he didn't force the rupee. So it might be that his concern, which I can completely understand, is just bombs, 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 bombs. So we see Janthe picking up a lot of money. This is for that blue ring that he's going to be purchasing after level 3. He's going to be doing level 1 and then level 3, but he's going out of his way right now to pick up all these rupees because the blue ring costs 250 in the game, so he needs all these secrets in the overworld to get it.
And the optimal place to pick up the blue ring would be between levels 3 and 4, so you want to get those rupees stored up now while you're in this section of the map.
Yeah, and he's going to actually get the white sword, which you will not see, most likely, you will not see CakeSauc3 get. This white sword doubles your offensive power from the wooden sword, and can really speed up a lot of rooms in level 3 and 4 without the use of bombs.
The other big advantage with having the white sword is going to be in the room of requirement that we'll be talking about a little bit later on. The worst thing about having to go get that white sword is that blue Lionel, but he was able to dodge that without any problems as CakeSauc3 goes and grabs what we call the error key.
Yep, and he's killing keys to build up his count. Hopefully he's going to get a forced bomb in this fire room. And there it is, and I think he gets a random bomb as well, so he's leaving with a full set of bombs, and he's going into the Gleeok fight with full health. This is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, but also full hearts, which is going to help out with this fight against the Gleeok. And this, as we've noted before, is a very, very punishing fight on the green tunic wood sword route because of the fact that you have to get 16 hits on it. Each of these fireballs do 1 heart damage.
Yeah, so he took it careful until he got a bop, and then he already had a Gleeok head off there. He's like, I'm just going to attack this a little bit more aggressively here, and finishes off level 4 just shy of 6 minutes. That's not bad for a race.
You're still alive. I think that may be the more important thing at this point, instead of having to go back later to finish off that Gleeok.
Exactly.
So right now, CakeSauc3 is going to be in level 1. So right now, that's where Janthe is, and this is where it gives the appearance of both the runners are in the same dungeon, but the routes are not converging. The routes will not converge until either we get to level 5 if CakeSauc3 does 5 before 7, or if they get into level 7.
Yeah, it's really if CakeSauc3 decides to do level 2 after level 1 here, or level 5 after level 1 here. As to when they will converge, either in 5 or 7, that's correct. So we can already see the difference in the white sword. A lot of enemies in this dungeon either take 2 or 3 hits on CakeSauc3's side, but only 1, maybe 2 hits on Janthe's side, so he can use that white sword to great advantage already.
So Janthe making it over to Aquamentus, and this right here, not a difficult fight. 3 white sword hits, you're dead. The heart that popped up right there would have saved him from a fill-up of 21 frames.
Yep, so both our runners getting their bow out of level 1. And like we mentioned with Janthe's route, he is headed down south to level 3, which CakeSauc3 has already completed. But he's got bombs in the white sword for level 3 and double the amount of hearts that CakeSauc3 had for level 3. So it should be a bit smoother, but Manhandla does Manhandla things. So you never want to underestimate that boss.
I don't think when you're on either of the routes, you can really breathe a sigh of relief until you are out of level 4. Because level 4 has a way to be very, very rude to you. And once again, the item management, you don't see it a lot in the 2 first route as opposed to as you would on the world record route. But it still does come into play where you do need to have items in order to manage your way through level 4.
Yeah, I agree. Because you have more hearts going into level 4, and at that point on Janthe's route, he has the blue ring. Level 4 is not as scary for sure, but level 3 is kind of like the last level that you really have to get through before on Janthe's route before the run kind of eases up a little bit.
So CakeSauc3 23 rupees. I do believe we're going to be seeing double hundo.
Yeah, unless he gets a random on the ground, but even then he's only at 28, and I've seen many runs die to not getting the last rupee that you need right before the blue candle purchase, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes right for the double 100 secret. That'll actually give him rupees for arrow use in level 7 as well. Actually, he's doing something different. He's a little lower on bombs than he probably wanted to be, so it looks like he is actually going to be headed towards level 2 if he can get this screen scroll to work. A lot of things
hurt setting the screen scroll up.
Yeah, he was getting pelted by the Octoroks there and kept missing the pixel. So yeah, it looks like CakeSauc is going to do level 2 first, the 2 before 5 route, aka the red candle, aka Cananophone route. This will make sure that these routes will actually converge, quote unquote, in level 5 now.
And right now, CakeSauc is probably feeling a little pressure after having that issue with the screen scrolling. And the screen scrolling adventure is not done and over with yet. We're going to be doing a ladder clip in just a moment.
Yeah, so he's going to do a double ladder clip and clip into the mainland there. Wonderfully done. That was actually really smooth.
Yeah, extremely smooth. Good job.
So here goes Janthe into the Manhandla fight here. 3 bombs.
Yeah, that's not a good amount of bombs.
He does have the white sword.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's going to have to be careful. Oh, no. Don't get bopped.
There we go.
Yeah, the most important thing is not to get bopped because you already have a 10 count stored on him at that point because of all the hits that happened to the midsection. So you were going to get a bomb drop off of him, and you need those bombs for level 4.
Yep. Yeah, that was very, very nice. Otherwise, he would have needed to farm a bomb in the overworld here, or buy some, but he doesn't have the extra rupees to buy them right now. So that was a very, very fortunate, very, very good movement on Janthe's side to avoid taking damage there and get the bomb drop. So he has enough bombs to go through level 4, as we mentioned now.
Janthe have one problem, though, at this point, and that's the fact that he's sitting at 248 rupees. It's too short of what he needs for the ring. He now needs one more.
Yep, and there's a lot of enemies he can kill here that will give rupees, so he just needs to kind of farm on his way.
There it is.
There it is. Very nice level 2 on CakeSauc's side, and he is leaving with a full complement of bombs going into level 5, which he will need for what we have been talking about as the Room of Requirement, aka the Recorder Room. For his side, he only has a wooden sword, and those Dark Nuts in that room take 8 hits on the wooden sword or 2 bombs, so the more bombs you can use, the better. Janthe will have a little bit of an easier time with the white sword on his end, when he gets in there.
Both of our runners having some issues with the left to right screen scroll this go around.
Yep. CakeSauc's going to get that 100 secret in the northeast here that he needs in order to purchase his bait and arrows before level 7. Janthe into level 4, so you can already see that there's a time difference here, and most of this is only due to Janthe kind of going out of his way to get that blue ring and the extra secrets required for that as well. So what Janthe has to hope for is that his combat and defense will make up that time.
Yeah, this run is not at all a done deal until we get to the final blow of Gan and get him struck down with the silver arrows, as CakeSauc will do the one of the bigger time saves on a wrap here, and that's the screen scroll from the Lost Hills to save you from going up, up, up.
Yeah, there's a few screen scrolls in the game that really save time depending on your route, and that is one of them that every route will benefit from.
So we're going to be heading on over to the Room of Requirement. It's some good fun against some blue Dark Nuts here to grab the recorder, which is required for 3 reasons in this run. Let's see how CakeSauc does against the Dark Nuts. How patient he is, and that's an unfortunate bomb from the get-go.
And I wasn't checking his count. Usually you want to enter here with a high count so you can force a bomb on these guys. That was a good bomb. That was really good.
He got a blue rupee out of it, so that means he already had a 10 count going in.
Yep.
And seeing that, knowing he can't get another bomb off this, he is going to go to sword strats. Because he knows that leaving this dungeon, 7's next. And you need all the bombs you can have for level 7.
That is correct. That's one of the downfalls of this route, I feel, is doing level 7, which is such a bomb-heavy level, after level 5, which is also kind of a bomb-heavy level for this route. But he did very nice in that room to clear it out as quickly as possible. Still has 2 bombs. I believe he still has a pack of bombs waiting for him inside of Fort Gibdo. So he was going to get up to 6, and then he can use the Dodongos in a room coming up to get his count up, bomb count up even more.
Yep, there's that bomb right there, and that Gibdo gives him the perfect strat right there, so he can just stab it and walk on through.
That was a really nice pattern. The Gibdos never give me that pattern.
They never give me that pattern either. I had to chase that Gibdo down way too many times.
Yeah. Alright, so here's his force on the the Dodongo. So he's up to 8 bombs, which is exactly where you want to be, with a lot of health even. So he can use 1 bomb on the Dig Dogger, boss of level 5, and still have just enough bombs to optimally get through level 7.
Yeah, you want to have 7 bombs for level 7. As Janthe does a whole bunch of overworld stuff at this point, he's got to go grab another 100 secret. He's also going to have to grab the heart containers to help get his heart count up, because you want to have 10 going into level 5.
Yeah, so he's going to go south to get this 100 secret and heart container, and then go around what I believe has been dubbed Rupee Alley on the south coast. You can kill a ton of enemies to just really boost up your rupee count and fill up to where you need to for your shopping. If you need to do that.
Beautiful. Dig Dogger kill there for CakeSauc3, done with level 5.
Yeah, that was a really clean level 5 on CakeSauc3's side.
And Janthe already has over 140 rupees, so doesn't have to worry about that aspect. Just trying to kill these blue Octoroks for the chance to get the random bomb drop.
Yeah, unfortunately doesn't get it right there. Doesn't get it there either. So, yeah, he's making his way along the coast here, filling up his heart containers before he goes into level 5.
So one thing we're going to likely see for Janthe as he heads on over towards the potion, the raft, he may stop here to go grab a potion, or he may just leave it behind. He's going to just leave it behind, and we get the tricorder from CakeSauc3.
Yeah, I think Janthe leaving that potion is fine. He might know that he's probably still behind with his route, and with a blue ring and Janthe's combat skills, he's gone into level 9 potionless and been plenty fine.
So as CakeSauc3 heads into level 7, Janthe heading into level 5. Just a reminder that the winner of this match will be facing off against Cananaphone in the second round. Funny you brought his name up earlier.
Yeah.
Janthe, the 22 seed, CakeSauc3, the number 11 seed. Neither faced off against each other in the Swiss portion of this tournament. Janthe, one of the wild cards that made it into this section of the tournament because of average time. Arrow strats in this river room. Very solid river room too at that for CakeSauc3.
Yeah, that's the benefit of getting the double 100 secret route, is you have enough arrows in there to really just kind of go nuts, and that's one of the biggest. That would be one of the rooms that you would benefit the most from with a white sword on that route, and because you have arrows at that point, it completely nullifies that, and you just use arrows.
So Janthe for the blue ring now does have full hearts. That's something that you would not have if you did not use the blue ring, because those dark nuts do 2 hearts of damage if you get hit by them, and he would not have enough to clear out the 3 hearts for the fairy that just dropped. CakeSauc3 picks up the red candle, only needed for one whole reason in this entire game.
Yep, on this route. And what they're going to do just opens up that level.
And just tanking the damage right there from the Guria heads in here to the Dig Dogger. The third and final reason why you need the Recorder. The Recorder will be for beneficial uses for the remainder of this run.
And we see Janthe boosting up his bomb count on the Dodongo, similar to what CakeSauc did a little bit ago. And CakeSauc getting the red candle spawns inside of this reverse C room. This is why players sometimes don't like this route, is because the spawns in the remainder of level 7 here, because you got the red candle, change and kind of change for the worse. I think the optimal time between the world record route and the red candle route are very similar, but the variance is quite different.
Nice bomb drop right there for CakeSauc. Was going to be going into 6 with no bombs otherwise.
Yeah, that's really, really important. We got Janthe facing off against his own Dig Dogger. He's got a white sword though, so only 2 hits extra instead of 4 like CakeSauc had to do. And Janthe is out of 5 just as CakeSauc is leaving level 7. So about, I'd say, 3-ish minutes difference between our runners right now, maybe 3:15 with how long level 7 is, and the fact that Janthe still has to go and do his shopping.
Yeah, Janthe still has to go pick up the bait as well as the arrows. CakeSauc going to pick up the magical sword. So right now, the routes are converged, and now CakeSauc, you can see, has the apparent lead. Janthe not opting to go ahead and do the tricorder attempt there, so Janthe's going to be. We'll go ahead and explain this a little further in just a moment here, but it's going to make an impact how you leave level 6.
Yeah, CakeSauc into 6. He's got the bombs. He's got full health. Sitting really nice. Doesn't get a bomb drop there. He still needs 1 bomb to get through level 6 on the route that he wants to go, which is fine. But the more bombs you leave level 6 with, the better for levels 8 and 9 here at the end of the game. Into the Belfry.
The thing with level 6 is that you have very many opportunities to score some bombs off the random drops. That was a beautiful Belfry, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking
There's
of
your
bombs, there they are. And a really nice pattern in this room. The bubble left him alone, center strats. That was a really nice magical breakfast 1 from CakeSauc there.
And a beneficial fairy drop at the number 4 on the consecutive on the global counter. And more bombs for the guy who doesn't need them.
Beam Sword in level 6 is just incredible. It speeds it up more than you can ever imagine. Takes a bubble bop, but already has his arrows selected, so he can use arrows while his sword is ineffective. And a really nice room there, too, by CakeSauc.
Great magical breakfast, too. Just kept moving. And, oh, Janthe getting the despawn of the ladder because of all the boomerangs on the screen.
Oh, man, I hate that. Yeah, the game can only load so many things, and if there's too many boomerangs, your ladder just won't load. So you just are stuck there trying to move, and like, why can't I do this? Janthe gets a bomb drop, which is really nice. Now he can use more bombs leaving levels in the latter half of level 7 here, and no worries about level 6. Man, what a clean 6 from CakeSauc.
Yeah, that was one of the best 6s we're going to see. Solid effort against the Dig Dogger for Janthe, and no, Trodongo not being a bro this time around. So CakeSauc leaves level 6, and the thing with the tricorder that we were mentioning earlier, because he used it, he only had to blow the recorder once, leaving 6 instead of twice.
Yeah, that is correct. That strat, when he went and bought the meat, it doesn't save a recorder, it just uses a recorder more effectively because you're going to have to wait for the Armos timer to count down anyway, and the Armos timer counts down while the recorder music is playing. So it's kind of just using one of your recorder toots to a better effect.
It also speeds up the spawning of the shopkeeper.
That is correct. Hence, the tricorder gives 3 benefits in a way out of one use.
Solid Blue Lagoon 1 for CakeSauc3, heading into Blue Lagoon 2 with the Beam Sword.
Yeah, Beam Sword in this room is incredible as well. You can stand in the middle. The fireballs won't really shoot. If you stand directly in the middle of the room, the fireballs will not shoot. And if you got beams, then you can just shoot your beams around and really never take any more hits as well. That was a really solid room.
Yeah, it took one Bob, which will come into play. Oh.
Yeah, the bubble, though.
Please.
So he took a bot from a bubble, so his sword was ineffective. He just tried to kind of tank through the Gibdo there, but unfortunately got bounced back and took 2 more hearts of damage.
It's alright, he's going to have 8 hearts for this 4-headed Gleeok, which is more than enough to get through all of this.
Yeah, this is significant. Even though it's got 2 extra heads, it's significantly less scary than the Gleeok he saw in level 4. And CakeSauc3 out of level 8 on very, very good time. I'd say he's looking, if he doesn't go get a potion, which I don't know if he will or not, he's kind of looking at just over a 31-minute finish if all goes well.
Which would be very solid. Would be a race PB for him in this tournament, as his current race PB is 32.27.
Oh, yeah.
His overall PB, 31.09.
Yeah,
he is going to go get the potion. It's going to be a safety potion. Don't take the risk of dying. I mean, Janthe is right now more than a dungeon behind, but it could easily come back if you die in 9.
Yeah, so CakeSauc3 is not on PB pace for him. Even with getting this potion, I still feel like if he can get his race PB, though, in SRL, even with grabbing this potion. So grabbing the potion costs about 30 seconds, and then additional seconds on top of it, however you use it in level 9. So he's still looking, I think, to probably be a sub 32 here, if all goes really well. Even if he probably has to use a potion 1 time in level 9, he might still get up with a sub 32 if it goes smooth.
Someone pointing out in chat that his overall PB is 30.48. Yep. So his PB on speedruns.com has not been updated as far as that is concerned. But here we go. CakeSauc3 in 9. Need 3 keys to get through. This is going to yield him his 3rd key.
Yep, and I believe Janthe, because of his route, actually has the extra key for this. I don't think he'll have to get this key when he enters 9.
Yeah, that is correct. He entered with 2 keys, so therefore he already has the keys he needs. Won't have to kill the first breakfast room in 9.
Yep, so Janthe on his way towards level 8. It's really not looking great on Janthe's side. And really, Janthe has not played poorly at all. It's just that the route difference is that much of a time loss, and CakeSauc3 has been having a very fantastic run.
Yeah, there's only just a couple of issues that CakeSauc3 has had, but they're not major time-crippling issues that CakeSauc3 has had at all. And as we mentioned before, this is going to be a tournament race PB for CakeSauc3 if he's continuing on this path, on this pace. So, you know, this is a great run here for CakeSauc3, and it's hard to defend. I do want to point out that win or lose, Janthe is not out of this tournament. It's a double elimination bracket.
That is correct. Two losses to get out, and this is only the first round of the brackets here that we're seeing.
He's trying to set up a count, and that Keys decides, I'm done flying. You want to be on a count? You're going to have to come and get me.
Yeah, builds his 10 count, bombs on the 10th, actually the 9th and 10th there, I think, and gets a full set of bombs and beam sword into the latter half of 9 here. Incredible.
Let's see how his Patrick 2 skip is. Determines whether or not he's going to have beam. No, he's not going to have beam sword for the reverse C room.
Yeah, unfortunately missed it. He got a good setup and a quick setup, but just unfortunately missed it and didn't get through. Still has plenty of health. Got those 2 potions in the pocket.
Very patient, waiting for things to set up. Doesn't want to go too aggressively here, because otherwise you'd find yourself in problems. Great reverse C room.
Yeah, really nice reverse C for CakeSauc3. Going to get his silver arrows. Janthe, on the other hand, had a pretty good level 8 here for himself. Doing really nice dodging on the Gleeok. Going to pick up the extra heart because, again, he's not going to get a potion. So that extra heart is almost like 2 hearts for him because of his blue ring.
Nice reverse clip there for CakeSauc3. Missed it on the first attempt. Did not panic. Got it on the second attempt. And he's on. And still a... If not sub 32, then a low 32 is in the cards here for CakeSauc3 after getting those silver arrows.
Yeah, I think he's still on poise to do a sub 32 here if it goes well. Depending on how many potion uses he might do or how slow these rooms are. He's got a lot of bombs moving forward.
Yeah, and this is really the last room you're going to need them in, so he's going to lay down a bomb here.
Yep.
And pretty solid. Here we go. Final section of level 9.
Good. We got Janthe moving into level 9 as CakeSauc3 is almost completing. He needs to get through this trap room, one more Patra, and then the final showdown with Ganon.
Yeah, solid effort here for CakeSauc3, and yeah, you're right. If he has a really, really great Patra 2, sub 32 could still be on the books here. Takes a bomb, 4.5 hearts. Still in decent shape here. He won't be 1 hit away from death, but he is going to have to use the potion, though.
I don't disagree with that because a fireball and a Ganon hug will kill him, and I've seen that happen. A fireball hits you into Ganon that you can't react quick enough, so 100% agree with that potion play right there.
All right. So he always sets up where he does, where he goes after that is how good your luck is, and unfortunately for CakeSauc3, he goes to the left.
Yeah,
he's to the right, rather.
Yeah, he's dancing around, but he knows the pattern pretty well. Not the most optimal Ganon, but does get through very nicely. Get your GGs out in chat for CakeSauc3, the winner of this match. Official SRL time, 32 minutes, 18 seconds. That is a improved personal best for racing by 9 seconds.
That's correct. So congratulations to CakeSauc3. We'll be facing off against Cananaphone in the next round of the Zelda 1 80% no Up+A tournament. And as mentioned before, Janthe, the race experience here is not done. We'll be moving on to the elimination bracket. We'll have to wait to see who their opponent is coming up soon.
Yeah, he also doesn't get a favorable Patra pattern there, but does take it very carefully, knows when he can go in there, and just takes 1 bop through.
And welcome, CakeSauc3. Congratulations on the win.
As we get CakeSauc3 up and running.
Sorry, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
How's it going?
Doing all right. GG, sir.
Thank you.
You got the race PB there, so good showing. Your thoughts about the run as a whole?
I felt like I had a pretty rough start with level 3 and 4, and then after that it kind of just went pretty smoothly.
Yeah, there was just a few holdups there, but like you still left level 4 sub 6 in a race. That's not terrible. And from there it was just kind of off to the races. I think you did a really solid run. Janthe has had a really solid run for himself. It's really just the route difference that's really coming into play here. He is on very good pace for a blue ring route that he runs.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a low 34 PB?
High 34, yeah.
Jeez.
34:42, yes.
Yeah, that's an insane time for that route.
Yeah, it's gonna be very curious as to if his combat skills are so good. That's why his route is that optimized for him. I'd be curious to see what he does when he doesn't do the blue ring, and how much time he can save, because that's literally, I think, like 2 minutes that could just easily drop off if he drops the blue ring.
Like, I'll be honest, prepping for this race a little bit, just kind of looking at Janthe and what he's capable of, I was thinking, you know, if he switches up to 2 first red candle on me for this run, he would probably be, you know, in the 32, 33 range, like, because I think he is pretty good with his combat, so...
Yeah, it is on display here right now. He is into the Patra 3 fight, going to be bringing it home here. He does not have a potion, though, so... he has to be a bit careful. He's got 4 hearts, now 3, now 2. But does get a lucky fairy.
That's a good fairy right there. That's beneficial. And here we go. 5 hearts remaining. Here's the Ganon fight. And this will not be a race PB for Janthe. That was 35.29. That ship has already sailed as he gets him over the corner. There we go. Ganon is done. Get your GGs in the chat for both CakeSauc and Janthe. Great runs for both of these guys.
Yeah, Janthe finishing up with an official SRL time of 36 minutes and 2 seconds. Fantastic run on the blue ring route there.
And just to put this out there, Janthe runs blue ring. I run 2 first green tunic, red candle, and his time for this race was only 3 seconds slower than my PB.
Yeah, fantastic runs by both of these guys.
So that tells you how great Janeth's combat is, and the fact that he can get a 34, a sub 35 on blue ring just showcases it.
Yeah, definitely. Solid runs on both ends. Give both these guys a follow. They're incredible Zelda runners, incredible speed runners in general. We'll see if we can get Janthe in here for a discussion as well.
We got him.
Yep, and we welcome Janthe to the conversation. GG, sir. Well, then we lost him. We had him, then we lost him. Sorry about that.
He was here, and then he was gone.
Well, we'll see if we can get him back in. But yeah, Rick, you got any other comments on this race here?
I think this is just a good, solid effort here between 2 great runners. This CakeSauc, your thoughts heading into the race against Cananophone?
Well, I think that this is going to be the race that I'm probably going to lose, but I'm going to do my very best. If he has a bad time and I get if I get pretty lucky, especially in the early game, I think I can possibly pull off the upset. But it's going to be kind of fun too, because I love running Cananophone's route, and so it's kind of like the apprentice is meeting the master, except I'm probably going to get shut down pretty bad.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one moving forward. I believe we have Janthe here now. GG, Janthe.
Thank you. GG, CakeSauc.
Yeah, good game to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so go through that run with us, Janthe, if you can. Kind of how you felt overall.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a good run for me. I got my sub 36. I'm pretty happy. I was very lucky in level 7. I dropped some bomb on the gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
And in level 4, I think it was close to not drop the bomb. I don't remember really.
Yeah, it was quite. It's kind of hard to keep all this in your head as you're racing. I do remember that the Manhandla fight in level 3 was really good on your end. He kind of gave you a bad pattern, but you handled it very well to still get the bomb drop, which was actually really important moving into level 4.
Yeah, I got just one bomb, I think, with Mandala, and I'm very scary to to take 1 hit, but
Yeah,
it was good. It's passed.
but you did it. You did it correctly. Like you didn't panic. You maintained your cool and got the stored. You still had the stored bomb and still sorted down the last part of Manhandle, the last arm, and got the bomb drop. And that was really a testament to your movement and combat skills, as we've been talking about.
Thank you. I'm very happy when I dropped the bomb on Mandela.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janthe, I was telling these other guys here, you really should switch the 2 first red candles soon. I think you would probably put up some of the 32 and 33 minute runs.
Maybe one time, but I need to learn the route for 3 first. I'm not consistent in level 9. In level 9, I'm often in with 3 or 4 earth, and when you got the green tunic, I'm probably dead with the green tunic.
Well, what can happen? You can actually keep your route and do 2 first red candle with green tunic, and then pick up a potion. And that would probably be what I would recommend. Just pick up a potion. If level 9 is the problem, pick up a potion before 9, or pick up a potion before 8 even. That can be really, really helpful in bringing your times down until you get more comfortable moving through level 9 without it.
Yeah, sure. But I need to learn the game to fight with the wooden sword. Too. Maybe one time I'll learn this route.
All right.
But I need the time.
Very solid effort, though. GG for you. Now, next up for you, you will get the loser of the match between Lack Attack 24 and Jam Evil. Your thoughts going into that match?
Jam Evil against Lack Attack?
Yeah, so you'll face the loser of that match. The loser of Jam Evil versus Lack Attack, you will face that opponent.
I think the next match for me will be very hard. He's a very good runner, and Lack Attack is the best runner, I think. So it's pretty hard for me to pass my next round. But it's very fun to race.
Yeah, this is a big if Jam is the one to come down to you, I think your consistency is something that everybody's going to be scared of. Even with the 2 first blue ring, putting up 35, 36s, that consistency, as CakeSauc3 can kind of maybe attest to as well, is like that consistency can scare a runner that you can't do anything wrong against a runner with that consistency.
I definitely felt the pressure going into this race because you know that you can only take a couple of bad mess-ups. Maybe you take a death or run out of bombs on Manhandla and then die to Gleeok, and then suddenly it's a close race. So there's not a lot of room for error.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to put this out here. Your average in this entire tournament, Janthe, is sitting around a 36-30 at this point after tonight's result. You are very, very consistent in this game. Times are solid. Times are super wide ranged. You may have a chance. Who knows? That's why they play the game.
Yeah, sure, but I need to. My opponent need to make a big mistake for that. But my route is very easily against the third first.
Yeah, indeed. So, I don't know. I think I'm all out of words here, Rick.
I think I'm all out of words as well as far as this matchup is. Congrats on the win, CakeSauc3, and good luck in the elimination bracket, Janthe. Before we get out of here, though, I do want to talk real briefly about the second round of this tournament, because now with this, the entire first round is done. We'll pull up the brackets real fast.
Yeah,
there's already been one matchup that's already been taking place, but second round matchups: Lack Attack, Jam, Evil. Your thoughts?
Oh well, Jam's got a race ahead of him. I mean, Lack Attack is the current world record holder, the former 2015 champion of the Any Percent No Up+A tournament. He's a favorite to win the entire thing. His average time in the Swiss 5 rounds was a sub 30. So Jam's got a race ahead of him with that. I think it's the same kind of situation where Jam has to have a hell of a run and Lack Attack has to screw up, I think, quite heavily for that to kind of swing Jam's favor. But we've seen it. It's happened. It happens to everyone. But it doesn't happen as often to Lack Attack. So it's going to be a race for sure. But Lack Attack's obviously the clear favorite.
Now, my personal opinion about that race, I know how I just called Janthe consistent in his runs. I consider Lack Attack to be the master of consistency in this game. So that's gonna be a beast of a race there for Lack Attack. You can't take Jam easy, but that one, Lack Attack's going to be the favorite to win in the 1 versus 17. 8 versus 9, Jay Cooper versus 4i Steven.
This is a race to watch. These guys right now are separated by 1 second on their PB. That's how close that can be.
That's insane.
That's a match where anything could happen. I'm looking forward to that match. There's a lot of these second round matches I'm looking forward to. Another one that's on my look forward to matchup, number 4 Cantaloupe Me versus number 13 Unos.
Yeah, that's insane. This is the number 2 and number 3 PB'd runners, both sub 29. That race is going to be one to watch as well. There's not really much more you need to say. Fireworks are going to happen in that race for sure.
That's going to be the one where it's going to be balls to the wall. The winner of that race will be facing off against Bresico, who won in his race against RC Drone. So we'll skip past that one. Number 2, JSR2 Gamers versus number 15, Crystal Saver.
Yeah, Crystal Saver, the runner-up of the 2015 Any Percent No Up+A tournament, I believe. And going up against a phenomenal runner, JSR2 Gamers, very low 29-minute runner, Saver a sub-30 runner, but James JSR has gotten very consistent at this game and has put up some fantastic times. Saver, he has a sub-30, but lately I think his runs haven't been at the caliber that James's runs have been and that we've seen. So I think James is the favorite here, but again, these two are solid runners. I think anything can happen.
You can't count out Crystal Saver. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight right there. That is going to be another race to watch. Another one to watch, 7 versus 10, K-Mac versus Zarnax 42.
Yeah, K-Mac, we're going to say it over and over. Sub-30 runner, K-Mac here, going up against Zarnax 42, a very consistent runner. I think this is one of those races where their PBs are separated by about 2.5 minutes or so, I want to say. But it's one of those races where if Zarnax has a solid run and K-Mac slips up, it's off to the races of who can finish. We saw it with K-Mac versus when Chuck attacks in the Swiss rounds, a very, very close race. And it's the same. It was the same situation, about a 2.5 minute PB difference, but in the race it came down to about 20 seconds, maybe. It was incredible.
Yeah. Number 3, Darkwing Duck versus number 14, Random Effect.
I'll let you field this one.
Well, let's see. We got Darkwing Duck, who are just at the cusp of being a sub-29 runner, versus Random Effect, who just entered the sub-30 club not too long ago during the entire push for PBs in this game. I think this is going to be another big race here, and this is the type of race where if you have the rough Manhandla fight, the rough Gliok fight, this could swing in the other runner's favor real easily. Yeah,
Darkwing is the favorite. He's the reason we're running this category, let's be honest. So he's obviously the clear favorite. I got my work cut out for me, but it could be a very close race. I think Darkwing is super consistent, and I just need to match his consistency to have a close race.
And the final matchup in the top part of the bracket here, Canana Phone versus CakeSauc3, 6 versus 11.
Yeah, Canana Phone, the sub 30 runner, 29.59 on
emulator.
On emulator, incredible. We were talking about his route earlier that he helped develop with the 2 before 5 route, going up against CakeSauc3, who you just saw, very consistent runner. I think that matchup, as we've kind of mentioned before, is one where Canana Phone on paper is the favorite, has the advantage, but this is Zelda, and if Cake runs another consistent run like he did today, Canana Phone is going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun coming up here in the round 2 of this tournament. For the full brackets, you can do !Z1. 2 races on the docket that have already been scheduled. Darkwing Duck versus Random Effect is coming up on the 8th of March. That is at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then JSR2 Gamers against Crystal Saber on the 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, that is correct. So great matches coming up. We'll get some of these other ones scheduled. So check back in on the schedule if you can, if you want to see when these other matches are going to get scheduled. I'm sure that we'll have more matches, definitely more matches in this week that we need to get scheduled and get running. So exciting week coming up for Zelda 1 Any Percent No Up+A tournament.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And if you want more Zelda 1, we do have a randomizer race coming up this evening, 10:05 p.m. Eastern. A certain Jam versus a certain Breasticle.
Oh, man. That's going to be a great randomizer race. Jam has won. He won the spring random percent tournament, and Breasticle, just an overall beast at everything he touches. That is going to be incredible to watch tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one. That's going to be over on Speed Gaming 2. As far as Speed Gaming 3 is concerned, stay tuned. Coming up next is going to be a Super Metroid run here in their multi-category tournament. So let's get on out of here. Send it on over to those guys. I'm Adirondack Rick for Fuse on the crew of Speed Gaming, for CakeSauc3 and Janthe, our runners, for Random Effect, my co-commentator. Thank you for joining us. Random Effect, you get us on out of here, please.
Thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys later.
Thanks again, everyone.